Welcome back to a massive episode as we continue exploring our way down the south coast of WA. This week we travel out of this world, and it blows our mind how much history in space travel is capsulized in Carnarvon, not to mention the role it played in getting mankind to the moon. We boot off down the road to another station stay nestled under majestic 100-year-old gum trees, with a major drawcard being the hot artesian baths, and we explore the Shark Bay World Heritage Area, including a complete guide to Steep Point.
Digging deep since 99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along.
We noticed a couple of people giving shore-based fishing a crack off the Central Waterway, where they catch bream, whiting and flathead. This is known as the Fascine, which has picturesque grassy picnic areas with barbecues, a swimming pontoon, children's playground and a memorial for the HMAS Sydney II, featuring 645 plaques representing the lives lost on the 19th of November 1941. This area is also a popular spot to catch a sunset or an evening stroll with the dogs.
Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get.
So we found a pub. What a not so crazy vegetarian and meat lovers pizza.
Same but different.
Could win a Sailor Jerry e-bike. Fancy.
This little subtropical oasis is ideally situated between the Nanga coast and Shark Bay World Heritage areas, which makes it a tourist hotspot. There's plenty of accommodation options in town. We decided to stay at the Capricorn Holiday Park, which we used our G'day rewards, which brought our per night average down to $30.80. As we toured up the residential and commercial areas, we were struck by the historic buildings and rich history in the town. We were especially drawn to the public art in and around the main street, which included the 26-metre long mural which tells of the town's history.
I heard a ringing bell this morning, and it woke me from a dream.
We were blown out of this world when we stumbled across the town's little-known role in space history at the Space and Technology Centre. The original tracking station operated from 1964 to 1975 and was part of the manned space program during the 1960s and 70s, playing an even more crucial role receiving the first images from the moon landing in 1969. It went on to play a critical role in NASA's Gemini, Apollo and Skylab missions from 1964 to 75, and you can now visit the OTC Satellite Earth Station to get your fix of space and technology. There are so many interactive displays and experiences, including the Apollo capsule simulation, oodles of NASA stuff with original 29-metre satellite dish and space mission memorabilia. There's something that will even wow someone who isn't into this geeky kind of stuff. There were lots of interactive activities, old arcade space adventure games, and simulators to test your skills on. You can board both the Gemini capsule and the Apollo 11 launch simulator to try out life as an astronaut. We easily spent 3 hours there and could have spent much more time, so it was well worth the $15 pensioner, $20 adult entry fee.
Neil Armstrong confirming both the engine skirt separation and the launch escape tower separation.
I heard the falling rain this evening, and it put me in a dream. And I got that old time feeling. A little rest is all we really need. So keep on singing to those who listen, 'cause you can make it on your own. Time goes slowly, the world gets lonely, when you got no one on your side. You gotta love one another, sister and brother, 'cause you only got one ride.
And for those looking for opportunities on the road, the centre is staffed by volunteers, a lot of whom are passing tourists, so watch out for the advertising around town or just be bold and walk in and ask. It is a great way to keep such a significant key tourist attraction up and running. Plus, be a part of teaching Australia's role in space exploration. Our second station stay in WA was only 120k south of Carnarvon, where we joined all the happy campers along the Wooramel River and experienced the wonders of the upside down river, which provides lush grazing land for the Steedman family, who have owned the cattle, sheep, goat and newly inspired outback station stay since 1987. From the drone footage, you can see how tranquil it is to spend the morning wandering along the riverbank, meandering through the gum trees and listening to the sound of nature. Gus and Rosie are the first to line up for a long walk. They are not built for 5k walks though, but we did get to see a lot of the river walking trail. One of the biggest drawcards at Wooramel River Retreat is the naturally heated artesian baths. The therapeutic water maintains 33 degrees, which travels a depth 240 metres under its own pressure to the surface into the free-flowing pools. Created out of rustic-style water tanks where you can sit down and relax to experience the water's soothing effects. Wooramel offers endless 24/7 access to these pools at no extra cost to your stay.
Edges are a bit hot.
During the day you can enjoy food and drinks from the cafe, and in the evenings you can relax under the stars enjoying some live entertainment and a few marshmallows toasted on a communal campfire. All this can be complemented with food and drinks from the fine dining menu that is pretty darn special when you are roughing it at an outback station stay.
I've been working on the ground come a sun up to sundown. Hey, I'm trying to make a reputation for a man inside this town. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kind of
Open up the door, so I help if you can. Well, and I punched out at 5 p.m. Too damn tired to drive home again. But I found the strength to get to the bar, crack a cold beer sitting in my car. I was feeling buzzed when I walked in.
And now all the partying's over, it's time to hit the road again. Now, what have we forgotten to mention? You can book in advance or just rock up and take potluck, but whether you book or not, once you arrive you choose your own site. They close the books when they hit their cap, i.e. 40 sites, 40 bookings. There are a few powered sites for those who need a power boost. Unique showers and toilet blocks are positioned in several locations along the riverbank. You can choose a grass site near the cafe, restaurant and main fire pit area, or a site along the riverbank, which all have a private campfire ring and views of the amazing night skies. They also offer tent glamping and guest rooms available to those travelling by car. The station is open from 1st of March to 1st of December each year for its guests. Although the road trip might feel like it, we won't be leaving Wooramel Station too far behind, as the property occupies 60 kilometres of coastline frontage to the Indian Ocean, which backs onto the Shark Bay World Heritage Area, which is our next destination in this episode.
First stop is the small, historic, significant location at Hamelin Pool. Not only the location of the old Hamelin Pool telegraph station that has been there since 1884, it also has a 200-metre boardwalk that was built for visitors to view the stromatolites, which show us the earliest life on Earth. Unfortunately, the boardwalk was damaged by Cyclone Sagiro in 2021 and is not fully accessible. You can only view it from the shore. So if you are planning a visit, low tide provides the best visibility of what marine ecosystems looked like 3 billion years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty, it's sharp. Now that we're all set up, got a bit of lunch on the barbie. Look at that. Bit of beef burger, slider. Oops. Slider, bacon and eggs. Cheese. Muffins. Num num.
We chose the peaceful beachfront Nanga Bay Caravan Park for its rustic and relaxed atmosphere, with options for powered and unpowered sites, pet-friendly cabins and motel rooms. The park features direct access to the beach with a boat launch for small boats, a small shop and regular social fire pit nights. We also really enjoyed the hot artesian spa, and we got all this for $35.20 per night unpowered for our 3-night booking under the new management of Summer Star Tourist Parks, who have already started investing heavily into improvements to the entire beachfront park, and the vibe they are creating will surely stand out as a place to stay in the Shark Bay World Heritage Area in the not-too-distant future. Something important to note is the park has no potable water, so you need to BYO drinking water and be mindful that the power is generated on site and it limits the use of high wattage appliances. We went on a little adventure to check out Eagle Bluff Lookout, which is 40 k's north from Nanga Bay or 20 k's south of Denham. The high cliff views and the 400-metre boardwalk act as a natural aquarium and is a great spot to view sharks, rays, turtles and dugongs. A fun fact, the site was named after the osprey and sea eagles that nest on the nearby Eagle Island. Once again, this tourist site is bitumen all the way to the top and would have to be one of the best spots for catching a sunset along the Coral Coast for the dramatic, changing and vibrant colours over the bay. It is also a top spot to try your luck at astrophotography and capture a snap of the Milky Way. We responded to a distress call on the UHF when we got back to the car at Eagle Bluff, and we headed off to rescue a Prado that went a little too close to the soft mud flats. In our efforts to reach the vehicle, we come into a bit of a sticky situation ourselves and had to abort the mission. In the meantime, the recovery vehicle attended to drag out the Prado while we managed our own recovery and got out, albeit a little muddy. I did fail to film the final exit from the mud.
Next stop is another unusual phenomenon where the shoreline is entirely made of billions of tiny white shells up to 10 metres deep and absolutely no sand, making it one of only 2 beaches in the world composed completely of shells. Another fun fact is that the water is about twice as salty as normal seawater. Much bright without the sunnies on. Barely open my eyes.
Our number one tip is the shells are sharp, so we highly suggest wearing at least thongs to track down to the water. If you have been taking any notice of the historic buildings, you might have already noticed that the shells have been mined and cut into blocks to use as building materials. Anyhow, Shell Beach Conservation Park is a sealed road to get there and a gravel car park. The area doesn't allow you to bring your animals along to enjoy the experience, so make sure you have worked around that before you enter the scenic, shallow, clear water beach, perfect for a few Insta photo opportunities.
As far as the eye can see. Thought it goes all the way around out there too. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, got the whole Shell Beach to ourselves.
You know I love you, right?
Why, what do you want?
Peaceful and tranquil day.
Moving day. Sunday. Moving day. Toilet.
Tonight's same but different is coconut curried vegetables with tofu and pork.
travelling solo today. Jode's back's playing up a bit and a bit sore from driving yesterday, so today I'm heading out to Steep Point, which is the westernmost point of Australia, mainland. So yeah, I'll be cruising out there for a bit of a look. That's I've just turned off the Shark Bay Road onto Useless Loop Road. Yeah, I've got to head out to the ranger station, get a bit of a mud map of where to go, where not to go, and yeah, see how we go. It's all bitumen so far, but I think up here it turns to gravel, then eventually it turns to sand and goes up through sand dunes and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it'll be an interesting day. I've got some lunch packed in the back, plenty of water and a couple of beers, so we'll see what the day brings. I'm about 15 k's in on the Useless Loop Road and I've just hit gravel, so I'm just going to jump out and air down the tyres a bit with my deflators, and yeah, I'll probably just go down to 30 I reckon for now on the gravel, and then if it gets real bad I'll pull over and let a bit more out. Okay, so let the tyres down with my iCheck TPMS tyre deflators. I set them to 30 and the tyres ended up at, all of them ended up at 28, so it's a couple of pound under the setting on them, but they're pretty good, pretty accurate, within a couple of pound anyway. And I've let the airbags down. They were up at 58 psi for towing, so I've let them down to 10 pound just to leave a little bit in them to keep them inflated but not actually take pressure off the suspension. So yeah, it should be a lot nicer ride on the corrugations. So yeah, let's hit it. So I'm about 15 k's in on the gravel now. Come up behind someone that's travelling a bit slower than me. I like to sit on me 70 minimum on corrugation, so you can sit up on top of them and not be getting rattled to the shit house. So I've just pulled up. Just gonna grab a can of Coke out of the fridge and give old mate a bit of time to get ahead of me, and hopefully I don't catch up to him too quick. So I'm about 90 k's of gravel so far since I, what have we got so far? About 130 k's off the main road, and about 90 of that has been gravel road. Gravel road's been really good, been sitting on me 70, 80, some spots up to 100 where it's real hard packed. Now I've just hit a mining road here which goes right past the gate of a mine, so you just got to be careful, look out for trucks, heavy vehicles. I think I'm still on the right road. And you've got to go to channel 15 when you hit this mine, just so that you're on the same channel in case someone wants to get hold of you, or Oh, there's something up. Yeah, here we go. Deflate your tyres, drive steadily, reduce tyre pressure, lock your hubs, gauge for high, check you have enough drinking water and first aid. Okay, yeah, it just runs through a little bit of a safety guide there for driving on the beach. Yeah, someone's written down here that the road's pretty rough. Most four drives reduced to 20 psi is a recommended starting point. Alright, so here's a map. We are here, so we're just coming onto that map. We're going to go around onto here, and I'm guessing all that is all four-wheel drive sand, and we've got to go all the way up here, all the way up, steep point, and there's Drawcard Island. So yeah, still a fair way to go. Yeah, park entry fees, what do we got here? $17 a vehicle, 17 bucks. Oh, here we go. Right, so you fill that out and pay. Oh yeah, it's got a tear off. Displaying vehicle. Okay, so get your little envelope out, you fill out your details there, take that piece off and put it on your car, and put your fee in the envelope. If you have an annual parks pass, like we do, you don't have to pay this $17. I didn't see the fine print, so a donation it is. Seal her up. Chuck her in the slot. That's it. There's your day pass. Track's getting a bit gnarly now, so I'm going to pull over and lower the tyres down to 20. It's getting sandier and the corrugations are getting pretty bad, so we'll get out, drop them to 20 and keep going.
A few moments later.
Uh-oh. Flat tyre, front left. Luckily I had that TPMS on to let me know. Save shredding a tyre or getting too flat, so I've pulled over somewhere where I can off the track. Have to change out the tyre. Well, tyre changed. Oh, lost half an hour. This time's getting on 1:15, not even the ranger station yet, so I'm going to be late coming out. Might even have to camp for the night here yet. See how I go when I get in there. But at least I know my tyre pressure sensors work. Alerted me straight away. As soon as it dropped from 20 to about 16, it started beeping. So yeah, good job. 39 k's of sandy corrugations. The last 10 k's have been shocking. Already one of my UHF aerial unscrewed itself and flew off, but I found it, put it back on. I've had a flat tyre. Shocking roads. I hope from here on in it's a bit better. It might be more, I think from here on in it's more sand duney, so it's saying here to change to channel 12 while you're on this track. So I'll switch down to 12. Alright. This is crazy. 20 k's an hour. Worst corrugations I've ever seen in my life. Another 35 k's of it. Crazy. Way moves. Oh yeah. Come on, get off the track. Hartog Island straight ahead. Heading out onto the beach. See, I've gone from bitumen to corrugated gravel roads to sand dunes, and now on the beach.
I heard a ringing bell this morning, and it woke me from a dream.
And that straight across there is Hartog Island, which they've got a ferry up here to get over there. Only takes one vehicle at a time, and apparently you've got to pre-book it. But yeah, I'll definitely be going over there one day, but I don't think it'll be today. Here's the ranger station. All visitors must stop at the ranger station. 8 AM to 8 PM. Yeah, just popped into the ranger station on the way past. There is camping just down here somewhere, and then there's camping right up at Steep Point itself. The way I'm going with the time, still tossing up whether I'll camp up here the night in the back of the car or whether I'll head back out. I'll be going out in the dark, I think, but not sure yet. I'll get up there and see what the go is. Apparently there's a little bit of reception, phone reception right up at Steep Point, which is about another 9 kilometres, I think. You can come back the way I've come in, or there's another route you can take all the way down along the coast, along the cliffs, which she said's slow going. I said, what, slower than it was getting here? It's taken me like 4 hours. She said, yeah, a lot slower. It's real rocky up on the cliffs. Then when you come down, there's a lot of washouts where you're right up on angles and everything. You're down to like 10 k's an hour, and it's nearly twice as far distance wise as what it was coming in. So yeah, there's no way I'll be going back that way. Don't even know if I'd have fuel to go back that way. Not a bad view from up here on the hill. Beautiful. This must be the camping area. There's site 1. There's no beach driving down here either once you get here. Obviously you've got to drive on the beach to get here, but once you get here there's no beach driving. Just drive down here to show you. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's campsite 2 right there. Not a bad campsite area. I might come back to here if I do camp for the night. But yeah, you can see other campsites up over to the left. Oh, I'll pull out of here and we'll keep moving.
In that dream I heard a warning, saying leave the rest, take only what you need. So keep on singing to those who listen.
It's pretty wild looking this side.
Yes, you can make it on.
Alright, deep water.
Time goes slowly.
Oh, rock. Hope I don't get another flat. No more spares.
When you got no one on your side, you gotta love one another, sister and brother, 'cause you only got one ride.
Well, here I am. Steep Point is mainland Australia's most westerly point. And what a mission. Absolute mission. It's taken me 5 hours to get here, and it's about 180 k's. Absolutely mental. But there's the sign. Oh, done and dusted. What a mission. We'll cook a couple of snags up for lunch. And then I'm getting out of here. I think I deserve a beer after all that. Beerski. I've got a bit of onion. What else we got in here? Bit of bread, couple of snags. Right. Plug her into the Bluetti. Turn it on. Here we go. What? Definitely deserve a beer after that. Steep point. Let me show you me induction cooktop. Going away, cooking me bangers. Snag singer. What are we using? 1300 watts we're pulling out of the Bluetti. It's chewed about 7% so far. By the time this is cooked, it'll pull about 10% out of the Bluetti. Pick up a couple of snags on the induction cooker. And by the time we get half an hour up the road, that'll be fully charged again through the DC charger. Yeah, I'm going to put the onion on top. Don't care what Bunnings say. Bit of dead horse. Look at that, beautiful. How's that for remote cooking? So in our travels, that's the first of my 4 extreme points that I'll hit going around Australia. Next one I think will be up north, which will be the tip, Cape York, which will be next year. Eventually, once we get right around Australia, I'll have all 4 points, north, south, east, west, and I'll sign the book. There's a book over here that you can sign to say you've been here, and that'll be it. I'll be in all of them. I'm going to go and finish my last snag, finish my beer, then I'm hitting the road.
We hope you enjoyed our adventures so far in the Shark Bay World Heritage Area, ticking off Hamelin Pool, Nanga Bay, Eagle Bluff, Shell Beach and Steep Point. We invite you back next week as we head into Denham for a deep sea fishing adventure before making our way down to check out the Kalbarri region. If you're keen to see it with us, hit subscribe and we will see you there.